This is Roger Struckoff with Syscon TV, reporting from Cloud Expo in Santa Clara on day 3. Ni hao ma. We're joined by Haibo Zhu from Ulunsoft, and they've come here from Shanghai. And thank you for coming, and thank you for joining us. Please introduce yourself and your company to our audience.
Okay, thank you. It's my great pleasure to be here. Ulunsoft is a startup who focus on help enterprises build the cloud-based IT infrastructure for business. I am the founder, and I worked Actually, before I created the startup, I worked in Intel and Synopsys and so on as a senior software engineer for more than 10 years. My work was interesting before. For example, when I worked in a team to develop a CPU or a processor simulator, we often met some tricky bugs appeared in software, but actually the root cause was in the hardware and the simulator. I can trace the bug from software down to hardware and even into the simulator. And what our business do now is also interesting. As just mentioned just now, we are working on developing the new service that can help enterprises, especially small business, build their dedicated cloud-based enterprises as easy as several months click. Okay. Our solution will be totally complete, including all the necessary software and hardware. Users will receive the package, including the configured devices, and then they can start to work as easy as plugging the power and the network cable. And as a comparison, today, such a building process may need 1 month or more, including ordering, configuring some PCs, configuring some server boxes, and even configuring some network routers to connect outside cloud services. So actually, such a process not only needs a long time, but also pretty complex. Enterprises normally need some professional IT staffs to set up and maintain IT infrastructure. And the most important thing is there hasn't been any standard of such a process today. We hope to extremely simplify and faster this process by leveraging cloud technologies.
Well, you mentioned how to build up cloud-based IT infrastructure for business in minutes. Which is important with cloud. As simple as several minutes in a click, but it sounds okay. Yeah. Sounds great. Sounds interesting. How do you do this? How do you achieve this?
Yeah, actually, this is really possible, and I don't want to talk a lot about the details of what we do day and night. I think actually what we do to achieve a hard goal is general. Maybe in major 2 points. One is we need to understand and analyze the problem we are going to resolve, or the requirement that we are going to meet. And the second, we need to have the capability to implement what we want to do. And this is similar when we programming. And the programming essentially is the process to build the model. Build the. Yeah.
So then beyond that, you've got to, you're looking at.
It's, for example.
Well, there's a lot of problems you have to solve. So go on.
Yeah. For example, it's just now a case when I developing the CPU simulator, the requirement include high performance, stability, maintainability, and so on. Because modern CPU is very complex today. It normally consists with several tens of millions logic gates, and each of them changing their state billions per second. So the data is so huge, so that the today's computer is not able to done in a reasonable time. So, but finally, we by our hard work and we resolved thousands of tricky problems and achieved the goal. So now the work will be similar.
There's sort of general requirements, simplicity and people talk about agility and quickness, and speed. But what other sort of critical requirements do your customers expect, and especially with enterprise users? What other critical requirements do they have, and what are you doing?
Okay, actually, the simple and quick service is important to any user, including the cloud users. But the cloud industry still have some areas to be improved continually. For example, as well known, security and cost. Simply to say, we think security issue essentially caused by the fact that the public cloud solution share the resources to different users, and this actually is hard to totally avoid until providing the dedicated resources to users, just as what we do. So our solution dedicated to user has included all the necessary resources locally. So users will not have the risk of sharing resources anymore. This sounds like the typical private cloud solution, but actually, our solution has the scalability as good as a public cloud.
Okay.
It will be done by our online service. And generally, the cost of a solution and the service is raised mostly from the complexity and the human resource needed. As mentioned just now, our solution will be mostly a kind of the online automatic service, so that can reduce the cost obviously.
Okay. Well, this is very ambitious, and I know you're a startup at this point. So let's talk a little bit about that. You're a startup, but what is your status?
Okay, thank you. Our online service web site has been available since this November 3, and users could try our online service for trial now. And soon later, user will can reorder the solution through our website. And if users want to try and order the basic solution for now, please email us, and then we will continually update our status on our website. So please register our website, 3w and ulunsoft.com.
Okay, www.ulunsoft.com, ulunsoft.com. We've been joined for a few minutes here by Haibo Zhu from Ulunsoft in Shanghai. I know you say good morning differently in Shanghai than the way I said it, but thank you for joining us anyway, and good luck with what you're doing. It sounds very exciting, and thanks for watching. For Syscon TV, this is Roger Strukov.